We've spoken about a lot of it. That's why I want to join the board, so I can present to the board my plan, have the board review it. The commissioners are already aware of it. I've already spoken to 2 of the commissioners. Well, perfectly honest, you know me. I'm going to speak the truth. People don't like it, but I'm going to speak the truth. The commissioner shot it down immediately because he was concerned about if you flood the market with 1,000 affordable homes, your plan sounds like it'll work, but my house is going to go down in value. You're right, Commissioner.
Or it's the old NIMBYs, not in my backyard.
And not in my backyard.
But I don't think they will go down in value.
No, they will. If I may, Joan, may I call you Joan? I'm a licensed real estate broker. I've studied all the math. Their houses will gently go down. When I say gently, keep in mind they've appreciated the last 2 years in a row over 8%.
Correct.
So here's the thing. If you only make 2%, are you still in the plus column?
Sure.
Of course. But you're going to lose that 6%. And here's why. Because I just put 1,000 affordable homes in East County, and they don't need to come and buy a big expensive house in West County anymore. They can go to East County and buy a house for $100,000 and be under $1,000 every single month in all of their bills, utilities, mortgage, everything. And I've done the math.
Well, the Park
upstairs
is a very good example of when general development did that area.
The old Mackle homes. That was the plan.
Low price. The people came flooding down. Now they sell for 80, 90, 100,000.
Exactly. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. What we can do is take a wheel that was invented 70 years ago, and it worked. It's documented. There's no guesswork here. There's no demographics that we have to shift. It's all in place. The only factor I can't reproduce. That I can in East County. And here's why. You know a piece of it. But you don't know the whole of it like I do. I'm on the Planning and Zoning Board. I'm on the Board of Zoning Appeals. When the commissioners want to do anything, they have to come to me and say, with regards to housing, what do you think about this? That's my function. I'm on the Planning and Zoning Board. That is my function, to go through the stacks of paperwork and say yes or no. We've already spoken to the commissioners. They're transferring density like crazy.
Yes.
You're aware of it. That's why they're doing it, because there's all this vacant land in East County, hundreds of thousands of acres that are it's farmland. It's ag, it's farmland. Okay, here's what they're doing. When they transfer the density, guess what happens to the value?
Right, because you're transferring.
Because now all of a sudden, instead of being ag,
it's not,
and by the way, who gets to rezone it? I do. Commissioners don't rezone it unless I approve it, unless I say yes. You're familiar with the process. Okay, so here's the thing. There's a big puzzle here. And if you see all the pieces, Levittown can work here, but we've got to make it Charlotte County. Lucienne Piers, I spoke to her after the last meeting, last week was it?
Yeah, Thursday.
Last week. We need her, and here's why. She's the government conduit. She's got to be the one in economic development to go to the commissioners and say, I have this plan. Peter Gerhardt and his colleagues brought it forward, and I'm going to change it a little bit, but it will work.
Maybe scale it differently to tailor it to Charlotte County.
I originally proposed 10,000. The commissioner, I'm going to be blunt, I hope you don't mind, he pooped in his pants. You can't do that. Everybody's house will go down so much in value. Wait a minute. Are we talking about providing homes for people who need homes? Or are we talking about greed? And I looked at him and I said that word. Or are we talking about greed?
But our taxes will go down if our homes go down in value. Our taxes will go down, and that's a good thing.
Can I show you the math?
And then we cut out some of our government.
Can I show you the math?
Sure.
Everybody's taxes proportionately would be lower, but they're not going to do that.
Well,
they're not going to do that.
That's
but
true.
They don't like to give money back.
For Charlotte County, bingo. In my plan, Charlotte County will make millions upon millions of more. So they can talk about that tax cut. And I'm going to speak honestly. Okay, this is the absolute truth, and I've seen all of the numbers because I'm on the inside.
Right. So you see.
How much money do you think Charlotte County has in surplus? Just take a guess.
$500,000.
I would say it's well over $1 million.
Well, that's 500,000 in one.
Billion?
A billion, yeah. 500,000 in one area, and then they have.
Right, it's broken up to your.
She is correct in her theory.
Right.
Because of the 78 MSBUs.
Right. That's right. So that's why how they've tucked it away.
Yes.
Okay, now you're on the right track.
Wow.
In the general fund, Charlotte County alone, they have $600 million.
Oof.
And it's just shy $400 million more in the MSBUs. They have $1 billion in surplus.
Oh my
There are
God.
countries that don't have $1 billion.
Correct.
And we have it in surplus.
And we should not have.
And here's the thing. Why do they have the MSBUs that everybody's been complaining about for so many years as being dysfunctional? Yes, they are. They are.
It's a way of tucking the money away.
It's a way of
It's another tax without saying it's a tax.
No, they call it a user fee.
Yeah,
That's
that.
what they call it.
Correct.
That's what we call it in government. User
Right.
fee.
Yes, because it's
Okay.
not called a tax, and I
called
tell
a user
people, if you
right.
are including this on your tax return as a tax reduction, it's
can't.
not.
It's
It's
a
not that the
user
IRS is going to come after you, but it's not.
So
People
as
think
all
it is.
this pertains to housing, because I have an interest in people, I'm being truthful with you. I'm not interested in the money. What I do for Charlotte County, I do for free because I want to help the people,
Right.
period. That's why you and I spoke 2 years ago. I have an interest in helping people. My interest in helping people is not here. My interest in helping people is up there. It's between me and God. And the reasons I'm doing it is between me and God.
There you go, that's nice. I
Now,
like that.
but I live in the real world,
Yes.
and I do work for the government. I'm a Charlotte County appointed official. The commissioners don't like me when I call them on the rug and say, so are we talking about helping people, or are we talking about greed? And I do it in front of a room full of people. And then the commissioner goes, listen, come to my office and we'll talk about this quietly.
Off the
No,
record.
no. Answer my question. And of course, he scurried off down the hall. And generally, he now avoids me. This is Commissioner Tiseo. He now avoids me.
He was there last week.
He now avoids me because he knows my plan will work. And do you know why? He's from Bayshore. He knows every bit about Levittown that I know about. He saw the blueprint like you did.
I
You
kind of
lived
like
it.
him, though. He's the only one who's made a few things move.
But he's concerned his house is going to lose all this value. And I said, you're going to lose a percentage, but you're not going to lose real money because instead of appreciating 8, you're going to appreciate 2.
But he has a business. He's also going to make money in his business.
And I said that to him. I said, Commissioner, I said, and he didn't like this. I said, think outside the box. Take a new pick and run and put it out on 17, and you're going to make all this money. And he goes, we have to talk about your plan. He goes, but let's do it quietly in my home.
I'd rather have a Wawa.
Now,
They all have
I have learned this, okay? Please forgive me again, I'm speaking totally openly. If you keep government matters in the private arena, government will
Yeah.
be
Oh God,
Follow
big
the
time.
money. I
You
keep saying
must
follow
bring
the
it
money.
into public arenas.
Bring it into the light.
You must bring it out into the light.
Right.
And then now we differ in our methods.
Correct.
I don't use your methods. I use diplomacy.
Right. Yep.
And what I've learned over 15 years in government and how to get things really done. You do it. And you know what? I'll grant Commissioner Tiseo that audience behind a closed door.
Sure.
But after I
Because it's an ear for you,
I present you the plan, because here's why. Now that I've taken a room full of 20 other experts, not one commissioner, and I've said, here's the plan, and now I'm going to go meet with the commissioner about this plan. How can he possibly shoot it down? Because I'm going to get at least 10 of you to read it completely, 200 and whatever pages, and you're going to go, you know what? It worked 73 years ago. It can work again. We only have one factor that's missing. It's the GI Bill. But we can overcome that. And here's why. You remember? I don't mean, please forgive me. I'm only 55. You're 70?
56.
Oh, there you go. She's 45.
Do you remember what they did with the GI Bill? And do you remember the interest rates? The interest rates, by the way, for the GI
Yeah.
Bill.
I remember
Were
reading
like,
about those.
like 8% and higher.
Right,
And
they were really
Wow.
And they considered that great interest back then.
Right.
Some of the GI Bill, depending on a person's history in the job and similarities, were 10%. And how do I know that? Because my father paid 10%, and he bought a Levitt house. That's how I know that. And I saw all the documents. So it made me think, a really great loan today, somebody with stellar credit, 2%. I don't need the GI Bill. We have historic low rates right now.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Look what they just did about the red tide. The governor came out and said, the people who are suffering and losing their businesses, you can have 6 months, $50,000 for 6 months interest rate. But he didn't
Right.
say at that time, after that it's 18%.
That's right, I heard it, man.
18%.
18%. Mafia.
Yeah, they don't put those in the same sentence or the
So-
same PR.
So
Yeah.
government can work. Does government need to be improved? Absolutely. And I'm on the inside, absolutely. Is there ways that we can improve it? without really hurting anybody.
That's what we're
Yes.
supposed to do, yeah.
All the commissioners have to do, and the powers that be, higher than the commissioners, is they have to have the will to do it. And say, no more, like I said, no more pussyfooting around. Let's get the job done. Because they did it 73 years ago. Why are we racking our
Reinvent the
brains
wheel,
over this?
yeah.
Sure.
We have the wheel. Let's just make it our wheel. And it'll work. And not only will it will work within 2 years. In 2 years, you'll completely solve the housing problem in Charlotte County. But keep in mind, when other people with big bucks realize that their values are not going to appreciate 8, they're going to appreciate 2, they're going to fight us tooth and nail.
Right.
And we already have one, and his name is Commissioner Tiseo.
People will stop flipping homes too, they'll stay,
But
and
again,
they'll take.
if you let me get on that board, all right, and this is my pitch, I will convince Commissioner Tiseo in front of everybody how I can make him more money by doing the right thing. I'll make him more money doing the right thing.
Are you going to be at
Not-
tomorrow's meeting? Stakeholders meeting?
I wasn't. Oh, that's the one to review the whole plan. Is it in the same place?
It's the building behind.
But the human resources complex.
It's in the same area. It's just the building in the back.
What time?
I think it's 2 p.m.
Doreen is her name?
Yeah.
I'll coordinate with Doreen just to make sure it's okay. I attend.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It is a public meeting, or?
It's a stakeholders meeting.
Okay.
I like to go to those.
I may be able to attend as a representative of planning and zoning because I have a vested interest in it.
Right.
And whatever you guys do, it's coming before me.
Right. And basically, it's just our map or what we think needs to be, what needs to happen in Charlotte County, and where we're at today with affordable housing, and as we're the whole, and to get caught up where we're at, plus to add, it's astronomical, and that's the whole roadmap, and it pieces all different types of housing in Charlotte County, where it was and where it is today, and what it should be in the future.
Exactly.
Is this for the new one that's going to be built here?
No, that all came up at the same time as we're trying to build our phase 3.
That's the Gibraltar property. Right. Yeah, that's a recent development.
The Gibraltar property. Well, are
That's
they going
back
to
on the
build
books
it?
again?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
No.
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Is the Gibraltar property back on the books again?
The Gibraltar
Wasn't the
property.
last time I heard from
I thought it was
Carrie,
going to be still.
Hussey.
They're going to just rebuild.
We just rezoned it to RMF 10. So,
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you weren't aware of that?
No, I thought it was going to continue to. They were going to rebuild the family service centers
That's
there,
right.
and they were going to build out
2 stories.
2 stories
I'm
and build
sorry.
out different areas.
I misspoke. Not the Gibraltar property. That is going to be the new human services.
Yeah.
The Bachman tract. The
Oh.
Bachman
That I'm aware of.
Yeah, the
yes.
Bachman tract is what we were saying. I apologize.
Thank
I
you,
misspoke.
because otherwise
Yes.
I'd be up there today fighting with them.
I misspoke.
Someone in that office.
But the Bachman track I was aware of because I know that the county wants to rezone all that. That got approved.
It's already done. It'll be finalized with the commissioners on the 11th.
Now they're going to be
I
doing
think.
an RFP for
Correct.
application for build affordable housing.
Correct, and they're talking about.
And that's all I know because they won't share anything more with me.
Well, there was a public outcry again at our meeting at Planning and Zoning. Did you see the newspaper report? I speak the truth. I'm from New York, so I have to
Right.
apologize beforehand. I'm like Donald Trump. Listen, it's coming out of my mouth whether you like it or not. Here's the truth, and I hope you're strong enough. And that's how I preface
Go
it
ahead.
to
Yeah,
people.
right.
All right.
If they want to learn.
I had a guy basically say to me, "Well, you're building a ghetto."
I've heard.
I've heard.
I stopped.
Yeah.
And I said, Mr. Chairman, I said, if I may, a personal liberty. I said, Counselor, I want to hear this from an attorney. I said, does it say anywhere in Charlotte County codes that we are allowed or in any way to promote ghettos? And the attorney goes, well, he starts doing this with the computer. He's like, no, I'm not aware of anything. And he goes, I'm checking right now. He goes, I don't recall anything that says we can build ghettos. Because that was the answer I knew he was going to give me. That's what I wanted him to say on the record, that we're not going to build ghettos. And I said, I take a little bit of an offense to what the gentleman said, that we are planning to build a ghetto on the Bachman tract, because we are not.
Is the
I said,
Bachman tract the one up on the hill?
It's on
Triangle of
veterans. Yeah.
Peachland and Veterans?
A little
Nope.
bit north, it actually borders the Sarasota property. If you go across the road in the
Not
back.
the- Not Hillsborough property.
It's a pie-shaped property,
Yeah, right.
and it butts up to Hillsborough, and it's
Oh,
on
it's the
veterans.
Hillsborough one.
Exactly.
That's,
Yeah.
okay, that's
And
what
then
I
there's a
thought.
canal that
Right.
divides Charlotte and DeSoto. And I said to the gentleman, Because I'm from New York. I really wasn't going to have that guy stand there and tell me I'm going to build a ghetto, because I'm not building ghettos. I said, we're going to build good quality housing for the people of Charlotte County. And I failed to note that there was a reporter in the back of the room. Of course, she wrote everything down, and I made the paper the next day. And I said, I really wish they would tell me when they're going to put my name in the paper. I thought there was some sort of law they had to, but
No.
apparently not, because I'm a public official. They don't have to.
That's true.
They don't have to tell me what they're doing. So I got very upset with the Gibraltar property, but it was a personal reason. Nobody knows this until you know. My church, Faith Life Church, offered $970,000 to buy that property. It was an all-cash deal. Well, they turned it down. They accepted $500,000 from Charlotte County. So there's $470,000 less. Because Charlotte County, and get ready, hold on to your hats. Because Charlotte County put in writing they were going to make it a community services center.
That's right.
And then they came before me again, Charlotte County, my bosses.
And they used the 1% sales tax money.
Correct.
Right.
Which
Not
is a
used in
misappropriation of funds.
Right.
Can you get him on ethics?
Oh, by the way, that's a felony. No, it's already been dropped.
Judas.
It went to the state attorney, and the state attorney dropped it already.
What?
Here's why. We put the money back.
Into the
All they did was switch it from one account to another account. Now, let me ask you this. In the real world, hypothetically, if I go out here and I go down Cooper Street and I rob an ATM, and then when I get caught,
You gotta put it
I
back.
put the money back, I'm off the hook scot-free.
No.
Well, that's what happened with Charlotte County. They put the money back.
Oh, my
And
God.
the state's attorney said, well, we won't prosecute because you put the money back. No, it's misappropriation of funds, and it's a felony.
That's why I voted for Chris Crowley, because there's something wrong at the state attorney's office, man.
So here's what happened. Now it gets better, okay? Back in January or so, okay, I was having a conversation very publicly, like I am now and like I do, because I don't think the truth should be hidden. It should be presented diplomatically, but not hidden. I said, there's a small problem. Charlotte County now came before me on planning and zoning, and they wanted to rezone it. And we told them no, because you came to me 6 months ago or a year ago, put your hand up and said, we swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Ooh.
Okay? This is called perjury.
Damn.
Okay? And the official who did this from Charlotte County, when we pinned her down and said, you knew what they told you to do was illegal. You knew you came before my board, and you perjurized yourself. You swore to tell the truth, and then you did something completely different. She said, I only did what he told me to do, and my job was on the line if I didn't do it. Now,
Who told him to do it?
Here, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Okay? An argument ensued between Commissioner Deutsch and this person who just did what she was told to do.
I could put two
Legitimately. Legitimately. She was told to do it. She was told to do it. So she's being a good employee, and she's just doing what her boss tells her to do, even though she knew it was wrong. And she did lie. She perjured herself. And here's what happened. I said, because I'm a county official, I expect when I say these things that it's not going to be just blown off. It's going to be treated with respect, and you're going to do what I tell you to do. I want the video from that camera. I want the video from that camera. I want the audio from this meeting on this date. And the security boss, and I don't know if you know if Charlotte County has one, he's a colonel from the Air Force.
Oh, God.
The security boss
God.
says, I can't give you that until you tell me why you want it. And I said, because a county official perjured herself, and the evidence is on that camera, on this day, and I want the audio. I want it now. And you know what happened to me? We're on the same page as far as this is concerned.
Right.
I can publicly speak about
Right.
it. I had the deputy come up to me, Randy, who I like, and he's a friend of mine.
Oh, man.
And he says, for your own good,
Wow.
I have been asked to escort you out of the building.
Oh, wow.
That's a
And I looked at him and I said, Randy, I said, please, time out. I said, I am an appointed county official. I am the vice chairman of an advisory committee that talks directly to the commissioners with no mediators. I want to talk to them. I talk to them. And I said, you're telling me for my own good I need to be escorted out? And he looked at me and he goes, Pete, we're friends. You're asking the wrong questions about the wrong people, and the wrong people are getting very upset with you.
My goodness.
Oh, my
That's what he
God.
said. And I said, Randy, I really don't like what you're saying right now. And I said, here's another reason that I really shouldn't budge. This is a public building.
Correct.
I'm talking about a public official who perjured herself. And I know who she is, and where the camera is, and which one got her doing this. And I said, this is about the Gibraltar property. And the reason I was so upset was because my church bid $970.
Right.
We got kicked to the curb for $500 because it was promised to be a human resources center. And then I was on my soapbox saying, you damn well better make this a human resource center and do what you told the people to do.
Right.
Because the perjury issue for me, because I'm a county official, ain't going to go away. You already put the money back, but now I need you to fix this. Make it a human resources center, like you said you were going to do. Or I'm going to
That's
push,
what it's going to be.
or I'm going to push
So
the
far,
perjury
don't
issue.
do it. I
That's
still
what I-
don't trust
So,
it until
I got
see it
called, I'm not kidding, I got called by 2 commissioners, I got called by the county attorney. Pete, let's talk about this. Let's try and work this out. I said, there's no working this out. I said, she lied. I got her on tape. And I said, by the way, here's how this is going to work. If you've already destroyed the tapes, video evidence, guess how they're going to view that? Because that particular moment in time is gone.
Correct.
Destroyed state's evidence.
Correct.
So I said, let's not even go there. I said, I'm concerned about further retaliation from this. I said, make it a community services center. And I said, I'll calm down, and everything will go back to, I call it the Sergeant Schultz approach. I see nothing, I hear nothing, I know nothing. I'm a good appointed official. But I said, here's the thing, and I did this. Don't ever do that again. If you promise something that you're going to do it for the people for this reason, and it really is going to be good,
Yes,
community
it is.
services center, it's going to be a model. I mean, it's
And
gonna
the
be-
Boys and Girls
it's going to be
Club.
excellent. Communities are going to be coming to us and wondering how we did this and emulate our building and our plan. And Miss Hussey, that's her name, she is brilliant. I've
Yes.
seen her put Commissioner Constance in his place,
I like
and I
her. She's
loved every
smart.
minute of it. Okay, I really did. She's
No,
on the board with you.
I'm on the board for with Doreen where Bob
Right,
was
right,
at.
right.
So yeah, no. Which everyone doesn't know, the housing authority is its own special entity. We don't report to the county. We don't report to the city. The only involvement we have is through city council.
Right.
They appoint our commissioners. That is that all of our funds that come in to operate our organization is federal funds through Washington.
So for me, this is real, and this is not blowing smoke up anybody's skirt. Don't take any
But the
sense.
history that I've been handed with is that there's been a lot of friction between the housing authority and the county and the city. And it's because of the name of the housing authority.
I went to 4 of those housing meetings.
Right.
And I was told I could not even be told about the other 4 meetings. Where they were
Wow.
or when, because, well, they're targeted groups. Like you just said, this other group that you're going to be with maybe tonight, they're targeted groups. And so I put it in writing in an email, and I never got an answer.
The commissioners,
Oh, I did
let me-
want to
let me
say
fret-
something about Sibley Bay. That was also another one of these deals,
Right.
Sibley Bay,
Mhm.
right? That big one.
The-
And
the-
then,
I was asked today, outside of an MSBU meeting, earlier today. You know I attend
know you
everything.
do.
I have as much knowledge, I have more knowledge than the commissioners, because they can't be in all places at all times, but I can. I go to everything. And there's a motivation for that. We've spoken about it. I was going to run for Commissioner Deutsch's spot.
Oh, I wish you would have.
I was personally asked not to, by Commissioner Deutsch.
like Commissioner Deutsch.
And I agree. And the reason is this. We're friends. I'm never going to betray you. I might say something you don't like,
Right.
but I'm not going to run against you
Right.
because we're friends. I would never do that. And Commissioner Deutsch called me into his office and he asked me if I was going to run. And I said, Commissioner, I need to ask you a question. Are you running? And here's why I asked him that. Because 3 years ago when I moved back to Florida, it's my second time around, Commissioner Deutsch thought I was a spy. And he said, let's have coffee. So we did. We had coffee, and we sat down, we broke bread, and, we got to know each other on a personal level as well as professional government. And I said, I'm a government employee from Long Island, New York. My life now is in government. And I said, I'm simply observing to find out how you all do this here in Charlotte County. I know how they do it in Nassau County,
Right.
but I need to know about Charlotte County.
Right.
So he says to me, he told me that. He said, I don't want to make sure you're not a spy, like you're going to destroy the commissioner. I said, but I'd never do that. Even if I was, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
Right.
I'd take a different approach. So I said, because of that, because you were the first person that reached out to me on a board level, I said, you're a friend for life. I'm never going to run against you. And he goes, that's it? He goes, that's all I need to do to make you not run for commissioner? I said, Commissioner, I said, you're my friend. You don't need to do any more. You just need to simply say you're going to run, and I won't run against you. I won't
But
challenge
he did say he was not going to run.
No, he said he was going to run.
Yeah.
Initially, he said no, and then at that meeting, he called me into his office, and he said he was going to run. So, as this pertains to all of this, okay, I am very much on the inside. But there's a certain way we got to do things.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And it's straightforward, it's honest, and this comes back to what we talked about. Commissioner, friend, I have a higher authority that I answer to. We will all stand before him one day. No one will escape. And I intend to say, this is what I did. And I hope in Jesus' name I did the right thing. That I always, because my name is Peter, and I take this to heart. When Jesus was leaving, and he knew he was leaving, he said, Peter, do you love me? He said, yes, you know I love you, Lord. Why? Then feed my sheep. He didn't mean just feed them. He meant take care of them.
Right.
Lead them, guide
Guide
them,
them.
protect them. Do what a good shepherd does. Feed my sheep.
Right.
God, for me, this is my road, has allowed me to be who I am. How did I get on the planning and zoning board? I don't know. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't even have a college degree. I have some college, but I didn't graduate. I was a fireman and an EMT in New York. You know what I realized one day? There's a God out there. He has the power of life and death. I don't. You don't. He does.
Peter,
Not
let me
the
ask,
deputies.